All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day. I actually shut it down. People were texting me. I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to take a break. A lot of agents don't take a break, but oh well. Okay. All right, guys. Well, welcome. We have Lori from Ameritas Dental and Vision. We got some great updates. Number one, we got a bonus program. Hey, I'm super excited to learn about it. And then number two, we have new dental plans. I think the vision's the same, right? The vision, no change on the vision plans, but we've got some great updates on the dental plans. So with that, Lori, welcome, and I'm gonna let you take over, and you can screen share if you want. And guys, do me a favor, post questions on the chat. I'll be monitoring it, and I'll ask Lori in between if need be. But go ahead, Lori, it's all yours.
Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope everyone had an awesome, long, relaxing weekend. And I just want to thank you for your time, your energy, your willingness to jump on first thing Tuesday morning after a long weekend to learn about our Prime Star Individual Dental and Vision. And these are some great products that will actually fit your client's needs, budget, and location. So with that, I am going to share my screen. I will stop the video so I'm not distracting to you. And let's see here. Luis, can you tell me, confirm, can you see that okay?
Yes, we've got it.
Okay. Now, one thing I'm able to see are questions. So if they come in, please let me know. And we can make this very interactive as well.
Okay, sounds good. I got it.
Perfect. Now you can also all just sit back, relax, watch the PowerPoint, because after this training, I'm going to be sending this to Luis and then he can send out to you. So you don't have to take a million notes. But our products launched August 23rd of this year. Some new dental plans, but the same great vision plans. So when we created our new plans, we always are cognizant of three factors. One is product simplicity, two, ease of enrollment, three, member value. So product simplicity, we have 3 new dental plans and we have a total of 3 vision plans. When it comes to ease of enrollment, we offer, everything is online, there's no paper, but we offer next day benefits, no waiting periods in most states, and we don't even ask for social security numbers. Super easy. Once you know and understand our dental plans, our vision plans, it's going to take you probably 20 to 30 seconds to realize which plan is best for your client. And as long as they have their banking information, you can enroll them in less than 3 minutes. It's very, very easy. Member value, we include implant coverage, hearing, teeth whitening, child ortho, preventive plus, and LASIK. And we're going to talk about these benefits when we get into the weeds about the plans. Product and network confidence. Ameritas has been around for a while. This is not our first rodeo. It's not our first dance. We've been selling dental since 1959, vision since 1984. We want to fulfill your clients' lives. We want to add value. We know, you know, that if you have a child who has a toothache, a cavity, or blurry vision, they're not going to learn very well in the classroom. And likewise, as adults, if we need a root canal, if we need, we have a cavity, we need an implant, we have blurry vision, we're not going to be very productive in the workplace, which will all result in absenteeism from school, from work. And we know that if you go in and you're consistent with dental and vision, the windows to your overall health and wellness, that you may be able to detect a health issue going on early in someone's diagnosis that may save costs later. And if you don't ask the question, another agent may come in behind you, ask the dental vision question, write those lines of coverage, and then may also write other lines of coverage with that client. And we all go to Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, fast food. They ask every single time. If you just order a sandwich, they'll ask, do you want fries and a Coke with that? Well, maybe 5, 6 times out of 10, you just say, no, I just want my sandwich. But then that other 4 to 5 times, you may say, you know what, I think I will take the fries and Coke. Why? Because they asked the question. And at the end of this training, that's my goal, is that you're not afraid and that you want to ask the question. Are you interested? Do you need dental? Do you need vision? Again, why Ameritas? We've been around for a long time. We have one of the largest networks in the country, 592,000 access points. So what does this mean? This means if you have one dentist, Dr. Smith, and Dr. Smith has 10 office locations, we're going to count him 10 times because that's 10 locations where someone could seek care. But for unique providers, if we only count him once, then we have over 129,000 unique providers. We have a very large customer base, and we're A+ A rated, so very financially strong. In fact, Forbes Advisor ranked Ameritas the best dental insurance company for seniors in 2023. Our call center has won awards since 2006, and I promise these are not awards that we made up, we created, and we give ourselves every year. It actually comes from an outside source based on meeting and exceeding metrics. And we are one of just a handful in the country that have won this award this many times. So product innovation, again, next day coverage. Your client comes to you today looking for coverage. They apply today. They can have coverage as early as tomorrow, next day coverage. Dental, vision, no waiting periods. We're going to talk about that on type 1, type 2, and type 3. We're also going to talk about credit for prior coverage, and I know Luis gets pretty fired up about this, and it's perfect for retirees. You guys are going to be excited about this. Our rates are also based on zip code, not age, not gender, not how many teeth you have, not the last time you flossed, anything like that. It's all strictly based on zip code, whether someone's 26, 65, or 125. It's all based on zip code. And we're going to talk about our benefits with the plans. So here's a map of the US. You can see in the darker blue, this is where all of our new plans, all 3 dental plans, are available. The light blue has some of the same plans, but because the Commissioner of Insurance or the requirements in that state, we've had to make slight tweaks to meet the requirement. So there's some type of a change or a tweak in the plan we're going to talk about in order to get it approved. So credit for prior coverage. You guys, retirees love this. They love this. What this means is that when you have a fully insured dental plan from another carrier or even Ameritas, it can be group or individual, but you've had to have had that coverage for 12 consecutive months with the same dental carrier. You can't have 3 months with one, 3 months with another, 3 months with another, 12 consecutive months without a gap of more than 2 months in coverage. You can come in with credit for prior coverage, meaning your 2 co-insurance levels for preventive, basic, and major. Now, the caveat here is that it cannot be a discount plan. It cannot be a DHMO plan, and it cannot be a Medicare Advantage or Medicaid plan. Those do not count for credit for prior coverage. Now, we're not going to ask for their card or anything that they have to upload, but when they're checking out, they have to do this at enrollment. They need to include the policy number and the carrier name in order to receive credit for prior coverage. Now, note the only states that do not offer this are New Mexico, New York, and Washington. And there's a flyer. All these links, when you receive this PowerPoint, are live links as well. So the Complete, Boost, and Light are our new plans.
Hey,
And
Lori, I
those who
want
are,
to, before you continue, Lori, going back to
yep,
the prior coverage. Um,
yep.
our agents have asked, what if they have an older Ameritas plan? What can they do? Can they move to the new one? Is there a benefit for them also to move to a new one?
Yes, yes, you can, whatever's going to be the best for your client. And it's going to depend on the new plans, if there's one that's going to be best fit their needs. But we're going to talk about that when we go through this. And I'm going to answer that question in a little more
Yes.
detail. It'll make sense. So the new plan, complete plan, would be comparable to the total plan. The boost would be comparable to the access plan. The light would be comparable to the value plan. So going back, the complete plan was created with the senior in mind. Why? Because there's a higher annual max. Day one, anyone who is enrolled in the plan has $2,500 that Ameritas would pay out on claims per benefit year, not calendar year, per benefit year. After 12 months, that bumps up to $3,000 per person per benefit year. All of our plans have preventive plus and deductible. They are the same on every single one of our plans. Preventive plus means that any type 1 or preventive claim, such as exams, cleanings, bite wings, do not count against that $2,500 or $3,000 annual max. There's not a deductible for any type 1 claim, a $50 deductible for a type 2 or a type 3 claim, with the max for a family of $150. So you can see day one, someone enrolled in the plan has 100% coinsurance in network, 90% out. For type 2, 80% in network, 70% out of network. And day one coverage for type 3, 20% in network, 15 out of network. Credit for prior coverage would mean that that member would come in not at 180/20 with in-network coinsurance. They come in day one with 190/50 coinsurance in network, or 90/80/40 out of network. That's where the value, that's the benefit of credit for prior coverage. You come in at year 2 coinsurance levels. The annual max stays at $2,500, even with credit for prior coverage. It's the coinsurance that bumps up to year 2. Each person's eligible for a hearing exam, and also each person, even with credit for prior coverage, has day one coverage towards a hearing aid. $200 per ear. After 12 months, it would be $300, or after 24 months, $400 per ear. So that is the complete plan. Now, even though I said that this was created for the senior in mind, if you know a family who has a younger child who may need a hearing aid, this would be a great plan for them. Anyone can enroll in any one of our plans, even though they were created with a specific target audience in mind. So now the Boost plan. This is for families who want robust coverage, such as teeth whitening, child ortho. So day one annual max, $1,500 per person per family member enrolled in the plan. It bumps up to $2,000 after 12 months benefit year. Again, preventive plus deductible are the same on every one of our plans, but you'll see here with preventive type 1 claims how there's bite wings, fluoride, sealant, space maintainers. All of those claims do not count against the $1,500. So the annual max is for type 2 and type 3 claims only. You'll see if they come in with credit for prior coverage, their in-network coinsurance would be $180/50 day one, versus waiting 12 months to get up to the $180/50 in-network coinsurance. They do have day one coverage for child ortho, 15%. After 12 months, it bumps up to 50% lifetime max for new orthodontia. The light plan. This is for someone who wants the most cost-effective plan. It's $750 annual max day one, $1,500 after 12 months. Preventive plus deductible, the same on all of our plans. And you'll see it's 150/10 the first 12 months, but if they come in with credit for prior coverage or after 12 months, it's 180/20% coinsurance. Now, a couple things with these plans. Those who are familiar with the Access plan, which is similar to the Boost, we removed LASIK on this plan. Complete and Boost include implants. The Value plan does not. Value plan would be perfect for that 26-year-old coming off of their parents' plan, or someone who may be in between jobs waiting to get on the employer's group plan, for example. So for the question that Luis, you asked earlier, is moving from an old plan to a new plan. If someone had the old plan, the Access plan, and they were considering moving to the Boost, they would not have LASIK. So if they haven't utilized the LASIK benefit or they want it, it would not be in their best interest to move plans, because once they move, then they cannot get on that plan again. So that would be an example where it may be better to stay on the old plan. Everyone stays on their plans that they are enrolled in, unless at renewal, they want to make a plan change. So anyone who has written Ameritas plans in the past, your client is grandfathered into whatever plan they are on. But at renewal, if they decide to make a change, they can change to the Complete, the Boost, or the Light. Did that help answer that, Luis? Okay. So when we filed these 3 plans in all of the states, we hear back from all the Commissioner of Insurance. We may have to make some tweaks in order to meet what is required in a particular state. Well, there were 2 states we did not hear back from, and that is Ohio and Virginia. Ohio and Virginia are still on the old Prime Star plans, the total access and value. Total access and value. When Ameritas makes a plan change, we always do it in August or September, and then we do a mini launch again at the end of first quarter. And so we're hoping by the end of first quarter, we hear back from Ohio and Virginia, and they agree to the new plans. And so then that will take effect at the end of first quarter 2024. So what are the total access value? If you're new to Luis or you haven't written any Ameritas plans, or for those that have, here's a refresher. I'm including the 3 plans here in the slide deck. This is the total plan. Again, very similar to the Complete, just lower annual max. And the coinsurance is the same whether they go in network or out of network. We just don't know what that out of network provider may charge for services. Access, this is the Access plan. You can see it has a LASIK benefit. And again, if any one of your clients are on this plan and they want to use LASIK, don't have them switch plans or they will lose this benefit. A little lower annual max as well. And then the Value plan. This was our most cost effective, and this was the only plan that had a waiting period for type 3. So when we talk about waiting periods, this is the one plan that has a wait on major, unless there are state specifics where they require a wait on ortho or major. So Luis, any questions? That was a lot of information about dental.
Yes, there's 2 that I want to just, what they asked, well, what counts as prior or what doesn't count? And I re-verified DMHOs or DHMOs, discounts, the dental benefits that are attached to MABDs. And then there were the follow-up question, well, what does count? And so I responded with pretty much only other individual dental PPO plans and employer dental plans. What else would count as prior coverage that I'm missing here?
Correct. That would basically be it. You can have individual dental plans, or you can have a group plan. But a group plan or an individual PPO, for example, would count as prior coverage. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And then one more question here is, are these dentists filed for insurance or reimbursed? So I guess when these benefits are paid out, are they paid out to the dentist, and then what's left over is what the insured would pay, or does everything go to the member?
That's a great question. So for example, here on the complete plan, whenever any of your clients go to an in-network provider, part of being an in-network provider means that in-network provider needs to submit the claim into Ameritas on the member's behalf. And then then we pay the co-insurance. You see that 100%, 80%, 20% year one, for example, is what Ameritas pays. So for basic, the member would be responsible for that 20%, the difference. What you see here co-insurance wise is what Ameritas pays. And if someone goes out of network, to an out of network provider, if that provider is willing to submit that claim into Ameritas on behalf of your client, Ameritas will process that. Not all carriers do that, and people appreciate that. We will process that claim and we will pay the dentist. And then the dentist can bill the member what they owe, because not everyone has the cash ready to pay for a claim, and they just want to pay what their responsibility is. The issue with out of network is we never know what that out of network provider may charge. Are they going to charge $1,500 for a crown? Are they going to charge $2,500 for a crown? We don't know, but the member would be responsible for the difference of what Ameritas covers and what that dentist provides. Now, not all dentists will do that. They may say, I'm not in Ameritas's PPO. You need to file it yourself. And then Ameritas would pay you, the client. And then the client needs to pay the dentist. Does that help?
And I'll add to that usually when I go to my dentist, I know all the charges up front before they start a procedure. I mean, I even get billed before we start. So I'll walk in and I'll show them the insurance, and they do their thing. They make their phone calls, or usually it's done. They don't usually do it that same day. They're like, okay, next time you come in, we're going to need to do this, this, and this. And then they'll call me and says, okay, Luis, we're going to book you on this date, and your insurance is going to cover this, and you're going to have to cover this. There's really no surprises. And I don't know if that's my dentist and that's because I have a good one, or is that normal? How does that work, Lori? Do you know?
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal. I think that's pretty normal. That's exactly. And I know we're going to talk about ID cards later too, because people sometimes they just feel they need to have that ID card, but you really don't. When your clients, probably 85–90% of Ameritas employees have never had an ID card. When you go into the dentist, and if they that they have coverage, they can go in and say, I'm on Ameritas's dental plan. Can you call claims and can you confirm my benefits? So when you're in the chair, they are actually calling Ameritas claims based on your name, address, and they're verifying your benefits. So that's why when you walk out of the dentist, they can say, do you want to pay today? Or would you like to have us run everything through insurance? And then, they will ask you in verified benefits. The same with our vision. You do not need an ID card as well, but they're able to verify, like you said, Luis, when you're there. And if you need other work, they set it up. And we do not require pre-authorization, but I don't like surprises at all. And I would always, if you need to have work done, this is just me, but I would ask the dentist, can you send this into Ameritas, have them pre-authorize, and then Ameritas will send you what your responsibility will be, especially if you need to have a lot of work for type 2 or type 3, then you know up front. And those pre-authorizations are good for 6 months. So if your dentist raises the rates, Ameritas would still honor for that pre-authorization for 6 months.
Gotcha. Two more here. Can you go back to the old access slide? There we go. And then for another agent here is asking, I don't know the name of the plans. So the old best plan, there is a waiting period, and the new best plan has no waiting period. Is that correct?
Not on this plan, on the value. There's a waiting period here for major the first 12 months. Where it says 0% coinsurance, that would be a waiting period on the value plan.
Where now that's not the case, right? Or is that still the case?
Correct. No, because so now on the light plan, there's no waiting period. There's no waiting period.
Perfect.
Yep. Now,
and I would say, my opinion, I think the light plan is more of a preventative plan. It's got a little bit of the basic and the major, but it's more geared for those that are more worried about having their cleanings taken care of. That fair to say?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So,
right, great questions, guys.
Yeah, they're awesome. Thanks, you guys. This is also a slide that I've had many agents who have printed this off. They've laminated this, and they will have next to them when they meet with their clients. So this is looking at, you'll see the far left column, the cost of a crown, and this is looking at the complete plan, the cost of a crown in the 336 zip code without insurance is just under $1,400. Now, our network dentists, remember I said we have over 592,000, one of the largest networks in the country. Our network dentists charge 25 to 50% less than regular rates. And these are negotiated rates between our provider relations team and the dentist. So they've negotiated and have come up with an agreement of what we will reimburse for each procedure code. And so for this, the network rate of a crown drops down to $622. So day one, they found out last week they needed a crown. They apply for coverage with you today. They have coverage for that crown tomorrow. So the day one cost would be $498. That more than pays all their premium for a year. Day one savings, 63%. After 12 months, or with credit for prior coverage, that crown now costs $311. So that's the value of going to someone in our network. It's not a DHMO, so if someone does go out of network, you do have some coverage for potential eligible claims, but the benefit are the deep discounts. And not everyone in the family needs to see the same provider. Our children growing up saw one dentist. My husband and I saw another dentist as well. Okay. So questions when you are meeting with your client. If you want to be proactive, here's some questions that if you answer in part of your sales pitch when you're meeting, you already know the answers to these that we just talked about. How strong is the network? Average savings, benefits of a network. How soon can you start? As early as tomorrow. And you can quote up to 90 days out as a heads up. Do you have coverage for important procedures like implants? That'll be a big question coming, especially from retirees. Do you offer implant coverage? Are there waiting periods? And how much coverage do you need? And are they available in my state? So now moving on to vision. We have 3 vision plans. VSP, our choice plan, would be our high plan. IMED Select would be our low plan. And 4 states where we do not offer VSP or IMED, it's the basic vision plan, just an indemnity, a reimbursement plan. It's our basic plan, but it's only available in Massachusetts, Montana, Rhode Island, and Virginia. So let's go back to the VSP plan. Reason this is the high plan is because it's a 12-12-12 contract, meaning every 12 months, every person on the plan is eligible for an eye exam. Every 12 months, each person is eligible for eyeglass lenses or contacts, and every 12 months frames. So it's a 12-12-12. There is a deductible for exam and hardware, but you can see how the lenses are covered in full versus going out of network. And the frame or contact allowance is $150. So you can see the benefit of going in network. Just like when you talk with your clients about medical, you encourage them to go in network on the medical. You would want to encourage them to go in network with VSP, and you'd want to encourage them to go in network with dental to get their biggest bang for their buck, to stretch their benefit further. So the Select IMED is different. This is the low plan because it's a 12-24-24 contract. So each person still gets an eye exam every 12 months from date of service, but lenses or contacts every 24 months, frames every 24 months. There's still a deductible for exam or hardware. But again, you see how the lenses are covered in full in network versus out. And the frame and contact allowance is $130. Now, VSP tends to be more of your independent providers. IMED tends to be more of your retail providers, but there is crossover between their networks as well. And you can go to imed.com or vsp.com. You just would select the choice or the select to look up providers. And again, the basic, it can go anywhere, and it's just a reimbursement. And the only one state we do not offer vision in is Maryland at this time. But otherwise, in all the other states, they will either have VSP or IMED or both. So some questions, again, to be proactive with your clients would be, how often do you get contacts or glasses? If they say every year, well, then you know VSP is their plan. If they say, oh, every 3 to 5 years, well, maybe IMED. What is your budget? Obviously, IMED's going to be a little less expensive than VSP. Or where do you tend to seek care? And look up the networks. How soon can you start your coverage? They can apply today, have coverage tomorrow. But note that VSP pays their claims, IMED pays their claims. It usually takes about 36 hours to 48 hours to feed from our system into their system. So I would suggest they wait. If they go in, they do have coverage next day, but the member will be responsible for paying and then have to get reimbursed. And many do not like to do that. So I would suggest if they wait 2 days before going in, but they do have next day coverage. So why sell dental and vision? Well, preventive dental and vision can help with overall health and well-being. Gum disease associated with nearly 60 other health issues like diabetes, heart conditions, tooth decay. Adults 20 to 64, 90% of us are affected by tooth decay. And 20% of Americans say that their vision provider detected a non-health related issue. And I know I had a client up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and her husband went in for a vision exam, and they actually detected a brain tumor. Now, unfortunately, he's no longer with us today, but they were able to seek care right away and with him. Eye exam also can identify a lot of warning signs going on within your body, like diabetes, high blood pressure, cancers. And life. Life is something, isn't it? Opportunities to sell throughout life stages and changing health needs. There are still a lot of employers out there who do not offer dental or health. And so this would be a great opportunity to go and talk to employers about the benefits of having a dental and a vision plan that the employees can enroll in. And even those that offer a group plan, there's a lot of employers that have part-time employees who are not eligible for the group benefits. So you could go after part-time employees. I know someone who the first Monday of each month or the The third Monday of each month goes in and just sits in a break room, brings donuts, talks to employees, and it's set up for anyone who's not eligible for the group plan. Part-time employees can come in and chat. Well, then this broker has gotten to know some of the full-time employees, and they're talking about, well, what happens when I retire? And then he also goes in to another business afterwards and takes pizza for lunch. And he just sits in the break room and gets to know the employees. Also, talking to the employees about their 26-year-olds coming off of their group plan or even an individual plan. And what do they have? Well, they may be eligible for credit for prior coverage if they apply within 60 days. Also around 40, I don't know what happens. You go to bed one night, you feel great, and all of a sudden you wake up that next day, every tooth in your mouth hurts, and all of a sudden you can't see your alarm clock. Gum disease affects half of adults, 45 to 64. And also vision. How many of us wear 2, 3, or 4 pairs of readers throughout the day? So just having difficulty seeing up close, as well as retirees with the hearing benefit. And also just vision with retirees. Again, dental vision not covered with med subs. These are great benefits to offer your clients. Standalone dental tends to have more robust benefit coverage. We do not coordinate benefits. We always pay primary. You get the extra value with network savings. And also, if they're moving from one medical plan to another, they don't have to start over or at the bottom of their dental benefit. They can have year 2 benefits and stay at the highest level. And again, dental, you need to think of it as not always just for, do I need it today? But do I need it a year from now, 2 years, 3 years from now? Am I going to need a crown or have a cavity or need an implant? It's that invisible safety net for when you need it. Now, the producer portal is for you. This is for agents. Once you get appointed with Luis and you send in your appointment paperwork, he gets it submitted into Ameritas, you get a welcome letter from Ameritas, and in that welcome letter is your unique URL link. This is what you use to write business on because it's tied to you. This is how we can get credit back to you, commission back to you. But once you have that welcome email, you can get set up in the producer portal to see your book of business. You can order ID cards for your clients. You can look up providers. There's just a lot of information in the producer portal for you. The agent marketing site, I'm going to come back to in just a minute, is Sales Connect. So Ameritas, this is like Ameritas's version of getting into the Bat Cave. They have an online chat feature. You can call them, you can email them. If you have issues with your URL link, you forgot where it is, you want them to resend it or help walk you through the producer portal, they can do that. They can help with any sales, marketing support. If you have a client that's asking questions and they're getting down into the weeds, they can help answer those questions. And additional features, you can now as agents update payment information over the phone on behalf of your clients. Again, we do not coordinate benefits, and members are able to create a secure member account where they are eligible for a prescription and hearing care savings program. They also can look up providers. They can track their EOBs. This is for the member only. You cannot get into this or create, the member has to do this. Just like the producer portal is for agents only, a member couldn't get into that, but this is for your members. Again, quoting and enrollment, super easy. We only ask 3 questions. It's all based on zip code, location. Anyone age 18 or older is eligible to be their own policy holder. Of course, families can have a child or children on their plans, but to be your own policy holder, you have to be 18. Again, no waiting periods in most states, next day coverage. credit for prior coverage. Everything's online. We don't ask for Social Security, and they can pay by EFT or credit card. So you've got your URL link from Ameritas. That's yours to use however you want. Some people put it in their signature line. Some share their link in social media posts. There's 3 ways for you to enroll a client. You can email it, your link to them, and they can apply 365, 24/7 for dental or vision. Or you could be sitting next to your client, ask them the questions, and you can input everything for them. As long as they have their banking information, it goes really quick. Or you could be doing what we're doing right now, just share the screen. They can watch you type it in and apply for them. Because we don't require a wet signature, you can help enroll for them. So this is what it's gonna look like. You get your link, you click on this. This is the only place you can make a mistake, is typing in the zip code. As long as you type in the zip code correctly, only the plans eligible or any state-specific plan, like if there's a waiting period for something, if the coinsurance is different because of what the state requires, only the correct plans will pull up with that zip code. If you hover over the top where it says agent in the upper right-hand corner, that should be your information, so you know that link is tracking to you. And they can also, in the lower right-hand corner, if they want to tweak the size of the font or the type of font, they can tweak it to make it easier for them to read. So you type in the zip code, and then you press enter. Then we're going to ask, do you need dental? Yes or no? Do you need vision? Yes or no? How many need coverage? 1, 2, 10. So once you plug in those answers to those 3 questions, this is what populates. There's your proposal. And now you can share it. Where the button is at the top where it says share, you can share or you can compare. And if you want to verify what the plans are in that zip code, if there's a plan tweak, just go to where it says view plan details. That drop down there is going to give you all the highlights, just like on the slides that we just talked about. And then if you want to go to vision, because they're going to ask, do you need dental? Do you need vision? You toggle over to vision plans, and those eligible vision plans in that state will pull up as well. So now the agent bonus program. This is
Before
what
you do that, Lori, got a good question here. I don't even know how to answer this one. So do agents need to be licensed in every state that they want to enroll people in order to sell the policy and get paid?
No, yes, you do need to be licensed in that state. So say you are in Texas and you are a resident in Texas, you need to be licensed, appointed and licensed in Texas in order to receive commission. So now you write a case in Oklahoma, but you don't have your non-resident license in Oklahoma. That's why it's important to go to the producer portal to track and keep an eye on your cases, so that in Oklahoma, if something pops up, if you want to get paid commission on it, you need to go get a non-resident license in Oklahoma, and then you need to let our licensing department know, because they can't keep track of all of that for every single person in the country when they come through. And so if you see that and you want to get paid, get your non-residents right away and notify them right away that they have that, because after a few months that'll disappear out of your portal if you are not the agent on the case. And so sometimes people will say, you know what, it's $500 in Hawaii for a non-resident. I'm not going to write that much business there, so I'm not going to get my non-resident just to make whatever on a case. But sometimes people know, hey, I'm expanding into this area and I do want to get paid. Or if you know you're expanding into an area, just get your non-resident so that you don't have to worry and always, you just don't want it to fall between the cracks. But you do have to have a non-resident in order to get paid commission.
So not only is it the non-resident license, but they also have to be, if we have an appointment in Texas, do we need to appoint with Ameritas in Oklahoma?
Ameritas will help take care of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. got it.
Ameritas will take care of that, but that's why you need to get your non-resident to let Ameritas know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk some money on the bonus. I'm excited here.
Hey, here we go. So this just started, you guys. This just started on Friday. So basically, you need to write 10 dental policies or 10 vision policies in order to be eligible. So once you write 10 dental policies, we're going to look at that your client pay with EFT. If they paid with EFT, you're going to get $20 for every case they wrote with EFT. If they paid with credit card, you're going to get $10 per case if they wrote with credit card. After they write 10 vision cases, we're going to give you $5 per vision case. And this is for all of September, all of October, all of November, and up to December 31st with 1/1 effective dates. And so we need, that member needs to, the client that enrolls, they need to be on the policy for 2 months before we track. So people can't enroll, cancel, enroll, cancel, enroll, cancel. So after 2 months, then we would look back and see, and then pay the commission. But the goal is to get to 10 dental and 10 vision to get paid on dental and vision. If that makes sense. Any questions there?
No. So if I write a dental and vision, and let's just say it's an EFT, then and they stay on the books for 2 months, then I would get 20 plus the 5, $25. Is that right?
$25, correct.
Okay.
Correct. But we don't pay you that 25 until we see you have 10 dental plans and 10 vision plans. So some, it could be the same person enrolls in dental and vision. You sell to 10 different people, and you sell a dental plan and a vision plan to 10 different people, but they enroll in dental and vision. Or it could be 10 people enroll in individual dental and 10 different people enroll in vision. But in order to be eligible, the dental and vision have to be at 10, and then we start calculating and you get paid on those.
Okay. And then when you say sales, October, November, and December, do they have do we care what effective dates they're going on to, or is this based on when we enroll them?
No, it's based on the effective, when you enroll, which we're already on since Friday. So anyone that had sold the plan Friday up into effective date of 1/1/24.
Okay. So now to 1/1/24. Got it. Got it. Only thing I would say is, man, could you all have added a couple to one, because with the ACA plans, we can write up to January 15th with a 2/1 effective date.
Oh, I know. It's coming from those that like to close the books at the end of the year.
I know.
Probably.
No, I understand. Hey, we'll still take it. It's free money. It's bonus. It's not commission. It's bonus.
It's bonus. This is a bonus, and it's not commission. It's a bonus, but it can help pay for Christmas or a holiday, and it's fun. But you just want, if someone sold 10 dental and 5 vision, you would get paid the dental bonus, but not the vision, because you didn't get to 10. You need to get to the 10 for each line.
Gotcha.
But exciting stuff.
It is. And I will tell you guys, well, I'll let you finish, and then I'm going to just come up with my sales strategy. Go ahead, Lori.
Perfect. So here's some more information. I mean, if this slide deck already isn't exciting enough, where you're going to have a hard time sleeping just going through this again once you get it, here's some more information about Ameritas and about our products. But now what I would like to do is I am going to go to our, whoops. I want to show you the agent marketing site, because I know we've gone through this before, and this is some cool stuff here. So I am going to Let's see. Okay, can you see that right now?
Yes. Yes, we
Agent
can.
marketing site. I'm going to put a link in this when I send the email to Luis. And this is awesome information, you guys. The home page is going to have any of the latest data updates and just new news of sorts on the home page. Quick links right here. If you want a fast way to send a link for someone to look up a PPO provider in the Ameritas network. And by the way, it's the classic network. You can just copy, paste, send this link, find a health provider. Okay. Agent resources. This is all information that's meant for you as agents. So Prime Star information right here, plan comparison, it will be a side-by-side to show you the complete, the boost, and the light plan, or trifold, or general information about Ameritas. Or here are some videos about Ameritas. They're short videos. They're like 3 to 5 minutes. Some of them are in Spanish, some are in English. Great videos. Learning opportunities. Here's some sales tips. Technology tips, additional resources. This is all for you as agents. And training videos. Say, I know you're excited and you guys want to get started selling right away, but say you forget about Lori Terry for a couple weeks. You can come back here, and this is probably better than any Netflix series out there. Again, short videos, just reminding you about what's out there for you. Share with clients. This is all forward-facing information meant for you to share with your clients. So, Prime Star Light Plan right here. Here's the base plan. So any of the dark blue states right there. The multi-state plan. Those are some in the light blue. There are some states that are UNC states. Again, these are requirements by the states, and some state specific, Connecticut, Illinois, New Jersey, or New York. The boost plan, same thing, complete plan. And this is what you can just copy, paste, and post or send to your client if they want a highlight sheet. They want to see what is on the complete plan. Ohio and Virginia have the older plans, the total access value, and Washington State has a unique plan as well. Here are the pieces in Spanish. General dental information. Sometimes clients will use drip marketing, or if their client has a question, and you can copy, paste, post, send to them, or some will do drip marketing, get people excited about it. Or once AEP and ACA kind of settles down, you can sell dental and vision 365, 24/7. So then they'll go after or try to round out accounts off season. Vision plans. Here's your choice. Here's your select. Here's your basic in the states that you can sell that in. Here they are in Spanish. In general, again, if you want to do drip marketing or send information to clients or employers. The importance of insurance. We want our members to buy a plan, use a plan, renew a plan. So here's about plan usage and renewal, as well as online resources. Again, you don't need to recreate the wheel. A lot of information's right here for you. So social media, remember Ameritas from Forbes Advisor ranked Ameritas the best individual dental insurance for seniors in 2023. So once you get your link, you can insert your link right here for people to click on and enroll. You can put this on social media, or you can send it to any of your clients, email it. Benefits of cleaning your teeth, vision. These do change up. We don't want to have 1,000 pieces out here, or you would just open it and get overwhelmed and close it again. So they will rotate and change up some of this information from time to time. Contacting us, again, like that example of selling a case. This is my team here. Todd, who Luis knows very well, who we all report to. But here's the Sales Connect team. And for example, getting your non-resident in Oklahoma, you'd want to notify licensing and commissions right away. So this is just contact information for your review. And then the producer portal. Once you get your link, you're ready to go and get set up. And then keep an eye on this, manage your book of business. Again, a lot of information, Luis. Any questions? Anything I'm missing? And
I'll tell you what I'm doing right now, and I would hope that some of you guys are doing this. Number one is I went to this Facebook post and I saved every single one of them to a folder on my desktop. And then I'm going to book one of these out every week with my link and get some freebies. I get a lot of freebies out there, people enrolling, and I don't even know who they are. That's the beauty of using the direct enrollment link. But
Luis,
here's one question.
Luis,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Lori.
Just to take along with that, that's why it's important to go into your producer portal, because when you do things on social media, things have a way of moving from state to state and around, and you don't always know who they are. So you want to keep an eye and track that business so that if you want to get paid on it, you get a non-resident license there. That makes sense.
True.
Sorry.
Yeah, because you're right. You don't know where these are going to pop up. Okay, 2 questions. Since this insurance does not coordinate, can a person purchase a plan who already has dental coverage with their employer or another plan?
Yes. Yes, you can. We will always pay primary. I can't speak to what other carriers do. And then it's going to be up to that dentist, because dentists can't receive payment, several times. So, but we do not coordinate on individual business. If you have a group plan or group business, we do coordinate on the group side, but not on individual.
All right. So in other words, they can't have 3 plans and for a crown request reimbursement from all 3 of them. They can't make a profit. Correct.
And we see a lot of people like with MA plans who also want a stronger, a little more robust, or maybe with their MA plan, they don't like the network or it's too small, so they want additional coverage. So we see people with med subs, with MA, people that have multiple options or plans.
Perfect. Lori, can you show where they can go in on their broker portal to see what states they're contracted with?
I cannot, I don't have access to that.
Okay.
But this would be under contact us. If you contact licensing and commission, I would email lc@ameritas.com and let them know your name or your NPN number to find out what states you are appointed with Ameritas. And I love technology. I hate technology, love technology. Hey, I think like we all do a little bit, but I would always ask as well, do I have any, if you've had a link and you've been with Ameritas, I would always ask, do I have any outstanding cases out there? Just in case you haven't been in the producer portal for a while. Are there any cases that I haven't, or that I should get a non-resident license for? But work with licensing on that. They can see that. If it comes to the producer portal, and here's the contact information to the producer portal. Once you're set up, if you want to contact Actually, once you're set up with that, you would want to contact Sales Connect here. Sales Connect, they can talk you through the producer portal. They have access once you're connected.
Okay. Got it. So best thing to do is just contact Ameritas and find out what state you're set up in. Next question. How long do we have to get a non-resident license after someone someone signs up?
I would do it as quickly as possible. I know that at times it had to be less than 6 months. I'm not sure if that has changed, but at one point it was after 6 months, then it disappeared off your producer portal and you didn't see it. But I would just, if we don't go back and pay retro, so if you wait 6 months to do it, for example, you've lost out on 6 months of commission. We don't go retro, it only goes forward. So the longer you wait, you could be losing out on some months.
Got it. Okay. Another question here. Is there a way to see the active clients, or do we have to search for them individually?
That is a good question. That's an update. I believe you need to search for them individually. And with the producer portal, this just launched last April. And so there's different phases and updates to that. And I believe that there's one where you can see all of them and you could download, or at least view, but I don't think that that's in there yet.
So here's what I would do to answer that question, because I'm on here right now. You can go to compensation and look at, you can do a statement or a report and look at who you already have that you're getting paid on. So you're getting paid on it, they're active. If you click on in-force block and then go to upcoming renewals, you'll see all the people that are coming up for renewal, and maybe that will help you out. Now, I'll tell you one thing I did. I went to my, let's see here. Where do I go? I go to my alerts. When I go to my alerts and I hit view all, I've got 126 alerts. Now, these are people who, there's a new commission statement pops up. I'll see some contact information updated. You get to see all the stuff that's happening. The good thing is you'll see who you added as a new policy and then who terminated. And so what we do with all the terminated policies, we send them an email. Maybe their credit card, got the dates off and they don't know, or maybe they did term. It'd be nice to find out what happened. So we send all of them an email. Hey, Mr. Smith, your dental and vision policy canceled. Just wanted to make you aware of that. What happened? It is that's how I would do, use that alert, which is a good thing.
Under alerts, you said you set that up, or it's just something
Yes.
that it does automatically?
No, it just pops up. If you just go to alerts on when you log in there, you'll see. I'm seeing them. I'm looking at mine right now. And
okay, I see it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, a couple more questions, Lori. Let's see here. Is there a way I can confirm that I am in your downline? Holly, shoot me an email and I will verify, please. I'm going to post my email on the chat. Yeah, sometimes we don't know. Let's see here. Okay, I'm posting on the chat. Okay, I'm in the portal right now. Could you share? Okay, that where the social media content is, and it's not in your portal. It's in your explore.ameritas.com.
Correct. And I'll send a link so that you guys can save that or put that on your favorites and utilize that.
So if you click on that one right there where it says share with clients, you click on that and then scroll down. You'll see the brochures, you'll see vision brochures. And if you keep scrolling down, there are the pre-crafted social media. And what I was doing right now is, as she was talking about it, I was right-clicking on the pictures, saving them into a folder that I created. And then I'm going to create a post. And then what I'm going to do for the next week is I'm just going to I'm gonna schedule a new post going out. I'm gonna add my enrollment link in there, and doesn't cost me a penny. Doesn't cost me one penny to do that. A little bit of work. Do you guys ask for social security numbers on the application?
No, we do not. No social security numbers.
Okay, no social. So in my area, we deal with a lot of resident aliens that have a green card. A lot of people who are not here legally. Is it okay to enroll them?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, there you go, guys. So if you have permanent residents, it's okay. If they're not here legally, it's okay to enroll in this dental and vision plan with Ameritas. Perfect.
One more thing to bring up when someone does enroll, because they need EFT or credit card, because we offer next day coverage, we only take out payment. If someone's enrolling today on the 5th, effective tomorrow on the 6th, we take payment out on the 6th, not when they enroll. If they enroll a month from now, we take it out when it's their effective date, as a heads up as well. And because EFT has higher persistency, that's why the bonus program pays more when they put in their EFT banking information versus credit card. Exactly what Luis said. Maybe their credit card expired. So.
Yeah, you just got to hit them up. It's just like anything else, guys. We've got to manage our book, stay on top of it. What you can do is create a workflow on your CRM. And when you see one of them, we actually have a dental canceled workflow. So all that I do is when I notice that there's a client who canceled, I just go in there, add that tag. And then with adding that tag, it automatically goes into the workflow that sends them an email and a text message that I don't have to retype. It's just automatic. And then it just lets them know, hey, what happened? Your policy canceled. Are you aware of that? Did you request it? Hey, call me right away or email me or text me back and we can get it, reinstate it for you, or we may have to write you another one. But, at least, there's a little bit of notification. Yes, it's already in Agent CRM. On Friday, we let Agent CRM know of all of our new workflows that we've created. So those should be automatically updated in your Agent CRM. And if you're wondering what that is, guys, that is my preferred CRM that I use. I'm going to put the link on here. If you're not using it, 1 minute, I'm going to pull it up. Take a look at it, guys. It is a powerful tool. It's $97 a month. There it is. It's one of those things. It's like a hammer to a carpenter. You can't go to work without your hammer, or a paintbrush to the painter, or whatever it is. This is one of the tools that we must have. And there's many tools. You don't have to use mine, but that's just the one that I use day in, day out. Next question, Lori. If they do not have a checking account or can they give their spouse a spouse's account or child's account if they have permission?
You know what? That's a good question. I've never been asked that before. I would assume as long as they've worked out something and they have permission or wherever it's coming from. Yeah, I've never been asked that.
I've done it where they're like, oh, we're going to use, I'll enroll maybe a spouse and use the other spouse's account number. I mean, if they got all the credentials,
Right.
I guess you could. But usually it's rare. And in today's world, guys, who does not have something like that? They probably just don't want to give it to you. It would be my guess. How in the heck do they manage without an account? So, but it's rare. I maybe it is. Okay.
America
all right, guys.
we don't go that into the weeds to check all of that to know whose that is. But yeah.
There we go. All right. So you guys that are watching, okay, I'll if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Also, if you do not have a contract with Ameritas, my email, hit me up. We will give you a contract with Ameritas and get you all set up. It's Luis at 360insurancegroup.com. A lot of people will be seeing this on YouTube also. Down below, I'll have my information. Just shoot me an email. We'll get it for you guys. It's, to me, this is the one that I use, guys. It's super simple. I can complete an enrollment less than 5 minutes. I mean, it is literally click, 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 and I'm done. Or,
Oh, go ahead.
well, the other thing that I do, guys, and I was going to talk a little bit about sales skills here. Every ACA, every med sub policy that I sell. So whether you're in the ACA under 65 market, or if you're dealing with Medicare clients over 65 and you're selling med subs, guys, you've got to add a dental and vision plan because it's not built in. If you look at an ACA summary of benefits, the dental and vision is horrible. Try to find a network within one of those insurance carriers is impossible. Number two, the benefits suck. And number three, it only covers under 18. So study the summary benefits. I have a lot of them like, oh, it has dental. I'm like, no, it does not. And, you know, if they're insistent, I'm like, okay, well, go knock yourself out. Go try to use your health plan for dental coverage and see what happens. So I always throw it out there. And the worst thing that's going to happen, guys, is they tell you no. All right. I like to bundle. I don't give them the dental, the ACA price until I've bundled the dental and vision product. Okay. I also bundle indemnity to it and give them a full package. And then it's a lot easier to swallow. And then if they can't do it, well, then you start taking away. Maybe they can't afford the most expensive plan, and maybe they can afford at least the light plan. Well, you know what? Hey, let's take away. It's a lot easier to take away than it is to add. Okay. So think about that when you're doing ACA. Yeah, we have agents, Lori, that are doing, you know, I did 1,400 last year, and I was very guilty of not offering it just because I'm so damn busy. But now with this bonus, I better get a couple thousand. Yep, I better. We're gonna push.
I do know I have a broker in Arkansas, and he just started selling dental vision last December. He is rocking it, and he is so excited about this. This is his door opener. He said everyone's going after the other lines, and I use this as a door opener, and it leads into the other. And he's almost paying his mortgage off of what he's making with dental vision right now. He's been working fairs, part-time employees, all kinds. And I had a broker up in Minneapolis that told me, Lori, the best thing I ever did for marketing was to take out a plan for my wife and I. And he said, I took out the highest plan for dental, the highest for vision. And he said, when I meet with people, I usually tell them, don't let me forget, I have an awesome individual dental and vision plan I want to tell you about. And he said, if the medical goes over, we don't get to it. He said 9 times out of 10, even at the end, they'll say, don't let, remind me about what you wanted to tell me. And he said he'll sometimes just set up another appointment 2-3 weeks down the road, or they wait till everything settles. But he said they don't remember the name of the plans, but they remember this is the plan that my wife and I have. And that's what they want. They want the plan that my wife and I have. And that's how he sells it. He said, I get paid commission on it, so it lowers the premium. I still get 2 cleanings. I still get a vision exam. I get a benefit out of it. And it's the cheapest marketing I've ever had to pay and have had it come back. So if any of you don't have a plan, you can always sell the first one to yourself and then use it as an example. I'm not a pushy salesperson, but I just want to tell you that story that he uses a lot. And also for credit for prior coverage, when I mentioned going from one Ameritas plan to another, for example, if someone goes from the light plan to the complete, when you do move someone from plan to plan, you have to be careful that they're not in the middle of some kind of work going on. And because you don't want claims to be denied because of any work going on. If they're on a low plan and they think, oh, now I'm going to have more coverage, so I want the more expensive plan. If they're in the middle of something, you just don't want that to somehow be denied. But you still come in at the lowest year 1 annual max, but the co-insurance, they would get credit for co-insurance again. So just be careful. That would be a situation where I would always call Sales Connect to talk to them about, I have a plan member at renewal. They want to go from one Ameritas plan to another. I would always just lean on Sales Connect for assistance in that situation to make sure that there's not any claim or something going on that could penalize in some way your client. So, and with that, Luis, I mean, I could talk another 8 hours, but I'm sure
No,
you guys
we're
are just
good.
excited to get
Thank
the
you, Lori.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, guys, have it out there. It's some extra money for us in commissions, but it's also benefits that our insureds need. Okay. If you're not offering and somebody else may offer it, and then they get their hooks on that client, and then guess what they're going to try to do with every other line? They're going to try to steal it from you. So try to put as many hooks as you can. The other deal that I like what you mentioned there is marketing. Who is doing dental and vision marketing? Okay. Look at it, guys. You see tons of ACA ads, Medicare ads are out there, life insurance, everything is out there, but I have yet to see dental and vision ads. So consider running a dental and vision ad, use it as a way to acquire a client. And then once you've acquired them, then it opens the door for everything else. And you may get some very low ad costs because again, it's not a saturated ad out there compared to all the other ones. So think about that, guys. We're going to start a campaign on dental and vision here pretty quick. And hopefully we can pick up those free leads. And they're free. Again, they're leads from other lines of business, but then again, we're going to make some money on a dental and vision. So think about that, guys. All right, Lori, thank you so much. And guys, again, don't email me if you need the contracting. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You the same, Lori. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye, Louise.